my dears. It's a great pleasure to meet you in this visual platform once again. Okay, so we have completed our first chapter, right? That is nutrition in plants. And in the last class, we started the lesson nutrition in animals. Okay, so I think everyone remember that nutrition, right? So what is nutrition? Do you remember? Can you say the answer? What is nutrition? The process by which food is taken in by an organism and used by its body is called nutrition, right? What is nutrition? The process by which food is taken in by an organism and used by its body is called nutrition. Okay? So here we studied nutrition in animals, right? So 5 stages we studied. What are they? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Okay, what is ingestion? The intake of food into body is called ingestion. Okay, what is ingestion? The intake of food into body is called ingestion. Then second stage is digestion. What is digestion? The breakdown of food into simpler substances is called digestion. Okay, and third stage is absorption. What is absorption? The uptake of the soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body is called absorption. Okay, the uptake of the soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body is called absorption. And the fourth stage is assimilation. Okay, assimilation means the use of simple substances to build complex substances required by the body is called assimilation. Okay, what is assimilation? The use of simple substances to build complex substances required by the body is called assimilation. And the fifth one is egestion. Egestion means elimination of undigested food from the body is called egestion. Okay, elimination of undigested food from the body is called egestion. Okay, here next we studied about nutrition in amoeba. Okay, so here the amoeba, how it take the food? When the food comes near the amoeba senses it and forms a finger-like projections, right? That is called pseudopodia. That is called pseudopodia. You can see from this picture. This completely covers the food and this leads to the formation of a space or cavity called a food vacuole. Food vacuole also mentioned here. Inside the food vacuole, some digestive juices are secreted. Okay, inside the food vacuole, some digestive juices are secreted and the food is digested. Okay, it is then absorbed and assimilated and then the undigested part is thrown out. Okay, see, digestion takes happened, then it will be absorbed and assimilated and then the undigested part is thrown out through the rupture in the cell membrane. Okay, that is the nutrition in amoeba. Okay, next we studied about nutrition in human beings. Okay, nutrition in human beings. Here the food passes through many organs to complete the process of digestion, right? So the digestive system consists of alimentary canal and digestive tract, gallbladder, pancreas, and then it passes to liver. Okay, so now the digestive tract is a long tube starting from the mouth to the anus. Okay, so the salivary glands, liver and pancreas secrete juices that are helpful for the process of digestion. Okay, okay, first let's see the first stage of digestion, that is ingestion. Okay, what is that? Ingestion. Ingestion means what? The intake of food into the body is called ingestion. Okay, the intake of food into the body is called ingestion. Here the process of nutrition starts in the mouth. The food is taken into the body through the mouth. Okay, so the teeth breaks the food into small pieces in the mouth. Already we know that, right? So here first we studied about teeth. Okay, types of teeth we studied. See, there are actually 4 different types. Okay, what are they? Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay, what are they? Incisors, canines, premolars and molars. Okay, so the adult human have a maximum of 32 teeth. Okay, how many? 32 teeth. And there are 4 incisors, 2 canines, 4 premolars and 4 or 6 molars in each jaw. Okay, here we studied about incisors. Incisors is a biting teeth. Okay, 4 in the upper jaw and 4 in the lower jaw. So total 8 incisors. Okay, the incisor is called a biting teeth. Okay, and the second one is canine. So the canines are also called the tearing teeth. These are present on either side of the incisors. 2 in each jaw. Total 4 teeth. Okay. So and the third type is called premolars. So these are broad and flat teeth. Okay. So here these are present next to the canines. That means that is 4 in each jaw. That is a total of 8. So these are also called bicuspid teeth. Okay. So the incisor is a biting teeth, canine is a tearing teeth, and the premolar is the bicuspids. And the fourth one is molar. Here these are called crushing teeth or grinding teeth. Okay. So the remaining teeth in the jaw are also broad and flat like the premolars. Okay. So these are the last 2 or 3 teeth on both sides of the each jaw. Okay, they are referred to as the first, second and third molars. Okay, the third molar is called the wisdom teeth. Third molars are often called the wisdom teeth. Okay, and also we know that our teeth is made up of hard material called calcium, phosphorus and other mineral salts. Okay, this material is called the dentine. What's the name of that? Dentine. The outer shiny layer that you brush is called enamel. And each tooth is rooted in a separate socket in the gum. Okay. Separate socket in a gum. Okay. So this is what we studied about in the teeth. And next we studied about tongue, right? So the tongue, when we eat food, we get to know how it tastes and whether it is sweet or salty or bitter or sour. Okay. So likewise, listen once. This is teeth. Okay. See here. Here the one jaw is given in this picture. See the first front 4 teeth, the yellow teeth is the incisors. Okay. Next to the incisors, that both the blue teeth is called canines. Okay. Next 2 orange teeth is called premolars. Next you can see that 3 in both the sides. See the first molar, second molar and third molar. Okay. The third molar is called a wisdom teeth. Okay. This is the structure of teeth. Understand that? So next let's learn about, see, as you can see in this picture, here we can find that the the tongue observe the sweet taste in front of the tongue and salty. The next side it is given salty, and it next both the sides it will be taste that sour, and behind that tongue it will find the bitter. Okay, so it is because the tongue has the taste buds. Okay, the last class we studied how many taste buds are there? 10,000 taste buds. Okay, how many? 10,000 taste buds. Okay, and the second stage is digestion. Okay, and the second stage is digestion. So the digestion means what? The digestion means the breakdown of the breakdown of food into simple substances is called digestion. Okay, so what is digestion? The breakdown of food into simple substance is called digestion. So mainly breaking down is happening in digestion. Okay, so the process of digestion starts in the mouth, where the food gets chewed and mixed with the saliva. We have already seen, right? So what happens to the food in the mouth? Okay, from mouth the food gets swallowed. Is it? So the swallowed food has to pass through the throat to reach the esophagus. Okay, the swallowed food has to pass through the throat to reach the esophagus. Okay, so the throat or pharynx permits the passage of bolus into the esophagus. Okay, so it also takes air to and from the windpipe during respiration. Okay, so here epiglottis is a flap of cartilage which keeps chewed food from going down to windpipe to the lungs. Okay, okay, you can see the picture of epiglottis now. Okay, can you see this? You can see the epiglottis. Okay, this already we have in our body. Okay, see this epiglottis is a flap of cartilage which keeps chewed food from going down to the windpipe to the lungs. Okay, from throat the food passes on to the esophagus. Okay, so now let's learn about esophagus. What is an esophagus? The esophagus is a muscular tube. Okay, it connects the mouth to stomach. It connects the mouth to stomach. The food cannot move on its right. So the tube or the esophagus has to move or shake to move the food through it. Okay, the wall of esophagus contract and relax, and this creates a wave-like movement called peristaltic movement. Okay, what is that? Peristaltic movement. These movements helps to pass the food into the large sac-like muscular organ called stomach. Okay, so now do you know what is epiglottis and what is esophagus? See, in this picture you can see the esophagus. Okay, see, listen here. In this picture you can see the esophagus. The esophagus is a long tube. Here the food to move the food through it. Okay, the wall of the esophagus contract and relax, and this creates a wave-like movement called peristaltic movement. Okay, here you know that where the epiglottis is there and what is that? Esophagus. Okay, so now then the food passes through the esophagus. It reaches the stomach. Okay, so what is stomach and what does it do? Do you know? You can see this picture. See the stomach. See, stomach is a bag-like organ. It is made up of muscles. Okay, it is made up of muscles. The wall of the stomach are lined with a membrane called mucosa. Okay, the wall of the stomach are lined with a membrane called mucosa. The mucosa secretes mucus. The mucosa secretes mucus. This protects the inner lining of the stomach. Okay, which one? The mucus protects the inner lining of the stomach, and then the food is churned and made it into a paste in the stomach. Okay, so the glands present in the inner walls of the stomach secretes gastric juice. Okay, the inner wall of the stomach secrete the gastric juice. This juice contains hydrochloric acid and pepsin. Okay, what are they? Hydrochloric acid and pepsin. This hydrochloric acid acidifies the food. Okay, which means that the food has the microorganism, so it kills them. Okay, this hydrochloric acid kills the microorganism. And another one juice is there that is called pepsin. Okay, so the pepsin begins the digestion of proteins. Understand that the pepsin begins the digestion of proteins. Okay, so the action of the gastric juice and churning of the stomach changes food into a semi-digested food called chyme. Semi-digested food called chyme. The chyme then leaves the stomach and enters the small intestine. Okay, so the chyme then leaves the stomach and enters the small intestine. Okay, so you see from this picture, you can find the small intestine also. The small intestine is a long and narrow coiled tube connected to the stomach. Okay, as the chyme enters the small intestine, the bile from the gallbladder, see, you can see the gallbladder, the bile from the gallbladder and the pancreatic juice from the pancreas. Okay, so the pancreas secretes the pancreatic juice. So under the stomach it is given. Okay, it mixed with the food. So the bile is secreted by the liver. The bile is secreted from the liver. So the liver secretes the bile. Okay, and it is stored in the gallbladder. The green color pot, you can see that. That is the bile is stored in the gallbladder. The bile juice helps in the digestion of fats. Okay, the bile juice helps in the digestion of fats. So what is pancreas? The pancreas is a large gland located just above the stomach. So as you can see the picture here, it is given in the below that stomach, right? So the pancreatic juice breaks down carbohydrates, proteins and fats into simple substances. Understand that? The pancreatic juice breaks down carbohydrates, proteins and fats into simple substances. Okay. And starch in foods like potato, rice, wheat, it breaks down into glucose. It breaks down into glucose. So do you know what is glucose? Glucose is a kind of sugar. Okay, glucose is also kind of sugar. Then the protein in pulses, milk, fish are complex substances. Okay, so they are broken down into amino acids. Understand that? That they are broken down into amino acids. These amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Okay, so which is the building blocks of protein? Amino acids. Okay, same way, fats in butter, oil, milk, meat are complex substances. Okay, they are broken down into fatty acids. They are broken down into fatty acids. Okay, so digestion of food begins in the mouth and ends in the small intestine. Okay, so beside glucose, amino acids and fatty acids, the digested food also contains the minerals and vitamins. Understand that? And the third stage is absorption. Okay, third stage is absorption. Here, what is absorption? The uptake of the soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body is called absorption. Okay, the uptake of the soluble substances produced during digestion by the tissues in the body is called absorption. Okay, so even though the digestion continues in the small intestine, the main job of small intestine is to absorb the nutrients obtained by the digestion. Okay, so the inner wall of the small intestines are lined with thousands of small finger-like projections called villi. Okay, the inner wall of the small intestine are lined with thousands of small finger-like projections called villi. This villi increases the surface area of the lining and this makes absorption more efficient. Okay, so each villi has a network of thin and small blood vessels. So the villi enable the nutrients present in the digested food to be absorbed and enter into the bloodstream. Okay, the villi enable the nutrients present in the digested food to be absorbed and enter the bloodstream. Okay, and the next stage is assimilation. Okay, so what is assimilation? The use of simple substances to build complex substances required by the body is called assimilation. Okay, so in this process the nutrients are absorbed and utilized by the body. Okay, so the nutrients absorbed in the blood are transported to the rest of the body. The final product of carbohydrate digestion is glucose. Okay, so this glucose is broken down into carbon dioxide and water in the cells with the help of oxygen, and by this energy is released. Okay, So amino acids are used to repair worn out cells and tissues. That means damaged cells and tissues. Okay. So the fatty acid and glycerol act as energy reserves and stored for further use. Okay. The fatty acid and glycerol act as energy reserves and stored for further use. Okay. So then after all the useful nutrients from the digestive food and absorbed into the blood in the small intestine. Okay. So the remaining undigested food materials passes into the large intestine. Okay. The remaining undigested food materials passes into the large intestine. Okay. So the large intestine, you can see that it is surrounded by the small intestine. Okay. The pink color. The large intestine is broader and shorter than the small intestine. It is 1.5 meter in length. Okay. Water and minerals means sodium are absorbed from the food in the large intestine. Okay. Many friendly bacteria present in the large intestine. It helps in the digestive process. Okay. Many friendly bacteria present in the large intestine helps in the digestive process. After most of the water is absorbed from the undigested food, a semi-solid mass called feces. Okay. The feces is formed. So, you know that means the feces is stored in the rectum until it is removed through the anus. So, the process of digestion takes place here, right? So, what is digestion? The elimination of undigested food from the body is called digestion. Okay, that is the 5th stage. Okay, so here we studied 5 stages. Okay, what are they? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Understand that? So what are the 5 stages? Ingestion, digestion, absorption, assimilation and egestion. Okay, students, I'll send the one word question answer. So I think you did not get a book, so you can write it in the booklet. Okay, and also read the lesson 1. I will send the passage from the book, so you can read it from that. Okay, so I will send through the WhatsApp. Okay, students, thank you.